But once we're at a point like this where we could just auto story, go ahead and click auto story and then open up YouTube, and your character will literally go through everything you need and you can just do something else. Hey, CVMG back at it again with Chronicle of Infinity. Now in this video I'm going to be doing what I did with RNGesus, where I'm going to go through the entire beginning of the game, like the first hour or so, and then just pretty much detail my opinion about the gameplay in general. But before moving on, I'd like to take a minute to talk about this video's sponsor, LD Player. LD Player is a free Android emulator to play mobile games and apps on PC. Download LD Player from the link below in the description, and then after you launch it, when searching for Chronicle of Infinity, you can install the game from the LD store. Once you complete the installation from LD Player, it directly supports the channel, so pay me for the game, not Google Play, and it doesn't cost you anything. I get money just for you downloading it. Once the installation is complete, you can just click the game icon to start the game and then enjoy playing Chronicle Infinity on your PC with LD Player. That wasn't too bad, I don't think. And now, back to the video. I already played the beta or whatever, and I had an in-game account, but we're going to hop off of server 1 and go to the freshest one, which apparently is server 22. So if we want to stack up with some of the top players, then we're going to have to get in on a server early for its release. Now the first time I played I was a Dragoon, the second time I played I was an Arcania, third time, should I be a Phantom? Should I? No, we're gonna be a Dragoon. In honor of the legend of Dragoon, we're gonna be a Dragoon again. Oh my god, the faces, I really don't even care. Is there a random? Okay, so this is how you launch into the game on this one, directly into the town, versus on RNGesus and on Diablo, you launch directly into a level. Okay, and already it's just going to let me go ahead and auto quest through the game. Now that's great. I'm all for the auto quest feature, and I think it's fine. RNGesus makes you wait until level 10 to use it. This game is just straight up like, okay, you could use it right off the bat, and I am a-okay with that. One of the major testing factors is going to be if it works with this. This is a Razer Kishi. I'm going to plug this in whenever we get to the next stage. See if I can control my character with a controller. That is a huge factor for me on whether or not these games are hit or miss. You can use a controller. That is a humongous pro to the game. Got it. Oh, I feel like this case is smothering my phone to death. Alright, moment of truth. I have game plugged directly, fit baby. Oh. There. Uh-oh, I don't see any settings coming up. I don't see any. It does work. Nice. Okay. So we're finally at that point in mobile gaming where we just straight up have controllers, except attack is not one of the buttons. Can it be? We just have to use it first. Attack should definitely be one of the buttons, okay. So far, I can only use the control stick, it seems. So, okay. The controller settings apparently work only for movement. I'd say that's better than nothing, but it's really not. I can't really tell yet if I'm able to map the controller buttons, but so far it's not looking good. Only being able to use movement is terrible. I don't like that one bit. Also, no breakable objects that I've seen in this game so far, unless I'm just completely blind and miss it every time. Oh, we already unlocked auto story in the very beginning. So essentially what auto story is it will just talk through all of your quest dialogue for you, activate your missions for you, go through the campaign missions, and then just do the next one. All you have to do is make sure that the auto story stays engaged. You could even open up another app on top of it, like YouTube, if you have dual screen mode. Here, I'll show you, watch. Now as you progress through the auto story, it's going to stop you and teach you about certain things like skills and how to upgrade, and you'll get wings and you'll get pets and all sorts of stuff to increase your BR. Make sure that you keep track of that stuff. I have a video detailing how important it is to actually learn what this stuff is, so that way in the future you don't end up finding something that you missed. But once we're at a point like this where we could just auto story, go ahead and click auto story and then open up YouTube, and your character will literally go through everything you need and you can just do something else. So far the auto battle function for like these missions doesn't activate until you beat the third mission, which is way faster than I believe it is on RNGesus. And RNGesus, it takes all the way until level 10 to even get auto questing. The abilities in this are also pretty boring. It's just like your basic attacks. You have a jump attack. That's super wowzers for my Bowsers. You have a spinning blade. Holy guacamole, never seen anything like that before. And then this one was the stabby. Whenever its cooldown is over, like a 30-second cooldown just for ability 3. That's your stabby. And then you get your ultimate, and it's your super over the top dragoon attack. It's hard to think of talking points between the two games because there's already a lot that I've said in the Dark Nemesis video that I feel like if I said it again I would just be repeating myself. But the gameplay is very similar. What it really comes down to is little quality of life things. Like the character on the screen for this one is a little bit bigger. It takes up a little bit more of the screen. The HUD is definitely way more cluttered. The cutscenes are laggy like this. There's just random glitches and lag that I never really had a problem with in Dark Nemesis, but in this game it seems to be a frequent thing. At least I unlocked the auto battling now, so I can actually talk without having to think about my next attack. One thing that I will give this game is the background aesthetic is way more beautiful. Like you can see the little sparklies coming from the moon on the side. I love that. It's something great to look at. These skill stones were also pretty annoying in this game because it's hard to get them. You have to spend diamonds on them whenever you have the capability to buy them. You want to do that because it sucks just only being able to use 2 or 3 abilities because one of them is under-leveled, especially whenever you don't have a lot of abilities to begin with. The missions and the progress that you make in this game does feel faster, but that also makes it feel less earned, if that makes sense. Also, every single time there's a new trap, it feels the need to tell you as if these giant things on the floor aren't a dead giveaway and not stand in them. They throw you a bunch of these skill stones at first and you're thinking like, oh wow, I have a ton of them, until you get to level like 45 and it starts costing 20 of them to level it up just a single time. I really don't like it whenever they shove ads in your face like this, and this game has done it to me at least 4 times already, so that's definitely not in this game's favor right now. I also don't like that you just don't get mounts in this one because, to be fair, mounts are the coolest parts of MMOs. That's why a lot of people play them. There's some people that just play MMOs to collect mounts, so taking that away is very strange. I also have major issues with the guilds in this game. I don't know if other people have the same problem. I know that there's some weird prerequisite that if you make a guild, it has to have like 5 members within the first hour or something like that. And then you have to do this and do that or else they delete your guild. Sometimes you just want to be a casual player, man. If I want to log into the game once every other day just to do something and have a guild of like-minded people that also want to play like that, you should not be deleting my guild and just giving away my guild lead to other people. That's such a ridiculous thing to do. So the auto story is playing. For Dark Nemesis, I just cleared the first chapter, then I gave my closing thoughts. This one has gone a lot quicker. We've almost cleared the first chapter at level 8. It's only been about 15 minutes, but at the same time, I've given this game a fair amount of playtime, so I've already been through it, and I feel like I have a fair basis to go ahead and review the gameplay. First off, credit where credit is due, the art is better on Chronicle of Infinity. Straight up, just the models, the environment, the doodads, the whatever you call it, splash arts of the characters, all of that is significantly better than it is on Dark Nemesis. I feel like that's really important to a lot of people, and Chronicle of Infinity definitely wins out in that respect. But for gameplay, which is more, you know, I'm more the technical kind of player, worried about stuff like that. Teasing me with the controller was a really bad start. I wish that it had built-in mapping, but it doesn't. But for what it's worth, I do think it's going to be a really good time if you manage to get a group of friends and a guild going and you all play the game together. It could be pretty cool. There should be more classes. I don't agree with gender locking classes. I mean, there's customization for Christ's sake for the characters. Why do they have to be gender locked? I don't know. All in all, I think it's going to be a great game once they iron out all these bugs and everything. But just in the state it's in right now, if I had to give it a 0 out of 10, this game would probably be landing in like the 6. Well y'all, that's gonna do it for this Chronicle of Infinity video, but if you actually do like Chronicle of Infinity more than Dark Nemesis, please comment and tell me why. Maybe I could gain a little bit of insight and then get back into it at a later date. But other than that y'all, that's gonna do it for me today, and I'll see y'all later, bye.